Hey everybody, this is Beck Snow, aka Beckcentrics. This video, I'm gonna share something. I'm a little bit nervous about sharing because it is something that's deeply personal, and something that's defined my life for the past, I want to say 3-4 years. But I feel like it's a story worth sharing and worth telling, because I feel like I do more good sharing it than keeping it inside. And I have shared this story with many people that are close to me, especially close friends and family, close coworkers. But I wanted to share it with the world because it is time that I speak myself. BTS has sent out that challenge since probably before the UN address, but it was definitely addressed there. That's when I first heard about it. And what the theme I'm gonna talk about is about how I came to loving myself. And it is something I am rediscovering every day. It's just like when you're falling in love with another person, you have to fall in love with them every single day and learn more things about them every single day. You need to do that with yourself. In honor of the occasion, I am wearing my BTS Love Yourself hoodie. One of the versions. I think this is the tier version. It has V in the back because he's my bias. Anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna cite some BTS quotes in here because the Love Yourself series took me through each of the stages that I'm about to thoroughly express to you guys. So, to start, I'm gonna start with my DNA phase. And keep in mind, before this major thing, I went through this stage a million times. There's a DNA stage where you think this person is for you forever, and you start to change yourself for them. You would do anything for them. The tear phase is when you realize that you've changed yourself in order to be something that they wanted. And then when it fails, then it's hard. It's really, really hard because you realize that you lost yourself in the process. And then I want to call this the Epiphany phase, even though in the BTS order it's love yourself, her, tear, and answer. But the Epiphany phase is when you realize the person you should have loved all along was yourself. And you shouldn't have to. You should not. A definite no. Do not change yourself for the sake of another person. I went through this phase a billion times. I had a crush in high school that lasted 3 years. I wrote secret love songs to him in my notebook, but it never felt right till this guy I met in college. So first, I'm gonna cite some lyrics from DNA to really express how I was feeling at this point. So the quote goes, "Don't worry, love. All of this is not a coincidence. We're totally different, baby, because we're the ones who found the destiny." So, I just barely turned 21. I had some really bad negative experiences with falling for people who did not like me back, who treated me like garbage, who didn't care about my feelings, and just were horrible to me. So I had given up. I told my parents I'm not gonna get married till I'm 30. And in the religion that I grew up with, it was very, very normal to get married at a young age. Even 21 was starting to get older. It's such a weird concept to everybody else, but that's just how it is, how I grew up. And you're supposed to aspire to getting married and starting a family right away, which is good for some people, not so much for me. I had things to figure out. So I was 21. I had sworn off love, and then of course that was when I met this guy. And I'm not gonna mention names. There's no point. So I met him. I fell for him immediately. He was really good at helping me with my anxiety. I was going through it way worse than I am now because I didn't quite understand. It was still kind of new to me. I had known I had it for less than a year. We got along so well. Like, I don't know. I felt like it was the real thing. I felt like I was supposed to be with him forever. And then, right when I got his number, it was right before Christmas break. Like, he reconnected with someone from his past back home when he went on break. And then he came back and I found out that he had a girlfriend. Of course, I was crushed, but I felt like God told me to be patient and that we'd end up together. So don't do this, guys. But I'd known him for 3 months by then. I wasted an additional 6 months. Don't do this. That's the only thing I regret about this whole thing, is that I wasted so much time. I wasted 9 months. And like, there were like things I was changing about myself. Like, he liked rock climbing and stuff, and I tried it. I am scared of heights. I'm severely claustrophobic. So it didn't go over so well, but I was like trying to like all the things he liked. I tried not to like swear around him, or, you know, because it's like swearing is like taboo in the religion I grew up with. Yeah, but I wrote him some songs and I like recorded them. I have a friend who has a recording studio in her house. I've been recording there since I was 17. So I like recorded a CD for him, and he was about to leave for like summer sales or something like that. This was the end of the next semester. So I went and I gave him the CD because I felt like that was the only way I could really confess how I felt. And I felt like I would regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't tell him. And so I gave him the CD. He seemed like very appreciative, and like honored. But then after that, when he left, I never heard anything from him again. And before I talk about this next part, I'm gonna cite something from Fake Love that I feel like really accurately describes what I went through in that period of 9 months up until I gave him that CD. And even a period of a couple months when I still held on to hope. It says, "For you, I could pretend to be happy when I was sad. For you, I could pretend like I was strong when I was hurt. I wish love was perfect as love itself. I wish all my weaknesses could be hidden. I grew a flower that can't be bloomed in a dream that can't come true." Later on in the song, Namjoon raps, "I want to be a good man just for you. I gave the world just for you. I changed everything just for you." Now, I did that. I felt that. It was like definitely a unrequited love situation, but like I thought that I was supposed to be with him and that he would choose me eventually over this other girl from his past. So even though I gave him this CD of like songs that I wrote, one of them is Crossing My Fingers, which some of you have heard in the outro of some of my videos. I recorded it with the harmony and everything. It really, really deeply hurt that he did not say anything about it, because it was literally everything. Like, before him, writing a song to somebody never felt right. I never could finish. So a couple months go by. It was now like, well, then it was like the middle of July. I was heading towards the end of my semester. And back then, like, I like had deleted my Instagram for a while, and I decided to get it back because I got a new phone. And I would stalk his girlfriend. Because that's just what you do and like on social media when you're like really hurt and when you're really jealous. So I went on her Instagram. It was private, but like in like the bio, I guess is like what it's called. Like it like had emojis, and it was like the like engagement ring emoji at the guy's Instagram, but like he never was on social media. Like he deleted all his social media. And then I like this certain date. When I saw that, I was crushed. Absolutely crushed. I remember like that semester I was living at home and commuting up to school twice a week. And I only had like 3 classes that semester. So I remember that I had my favorite class, which was a printmaking class. Such a cool class. I had that class that afternoon and I never skipped it until that day. I went straight home. I was crying on the way. I was asking God why he told me I was supposed to be with this person, which, you know, I don't exactly blame God, but it was kind of a catalyst for another story that BTS has helped me through directly. But I was just like, why did I feel so strongly that this was my person when he chose somebody else? And that was really hard. But I had an epiphany. Which is why I feel like it's really, really fitting to call this the Epiphany stage. And to quote Jin in his song Epiphany. But I'm going to do that right now. So in this song, he says, "So weird. I for sure loved you so much. Adapted to you with everything. I wanted to live my life for you. But as I kept doing that, I just can't bear the storm inside my heart. The real myself in the smiling mask, I reveal it entirely. I'm the one I should love in this world. Shining me, precious soul of mine." I don't usually cry in front of the camera. I finally realized, so I love me. Not so perfect, but so beautiful. Sorry. So, I was going through my grief. I was being really silly. I like ended up singing like the theme song to Dave the Barbarian with my brother. And there was a pirate hat. I was acting like a pirate. Like, I do weird things to just get over it. But I just decided, I was like, enough is enough. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of... Hold on. I'm so sick of falling in love with people that don't love me back. I'm so sick of giving people control over how I'm feeling and how I should be. I was so sick of that. I'm still sick of that. And I realized it stemmed from me not loving myself. And I realized that I was giving them the power instead of myself. So right then and there, I decided enough is enough. I am not gonna fall in love unless the person shows me, proves to me that they love me the way I deserve to be loved. So that was when I was like, I'm gonna focus on what I can control and what makes me happy. And a guy or a girl does not necessarily have what it takes to make me happy. That comes from me. No one else. Like, if I can't make myself happy, no one else can. If I can't love myself, I can't love anybody else. And I would not recognize if someone truly loves me, because I wouldn't know how to love myself. So right then and there, I made the switch of focusing on other people and boys and whatever, and how they felt about me, and started focusing on how I felt about myself. And I was like, you know what? I don't have much school left. I'm going to focus on getting my art education degree, and I'm going to become a teacher. I'm going to go for whatever I want. I'm going to go for what makes me happy, what can help other people. I'm going to write music. I'm going to create beautiful art. I'm going to do whatever I want that makes me happy, that is within my control. And I'm going to reach to those that are within my reach. And that was 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, when I made that switch. It was July 2016, and we're now in 2019. And I have never, ever been happier. There have been ups and downs. There have been times where I've been so frustrated with myself, because I am an artist, I am a critic, I am a slightly tortured artist. But it's a switch that's made all the difference. Like, I wish so much that people would not skip that step. No one should skip the step of loving themselves. That is an essential part of life, and no one should glaze over that just to get to the person they want. Like, if the person that you want does not want you, they're not worth your time. You all deserve someone who loves you so deeply and profoundly. More important than that, you deserve, or I should say, you are entitled to love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Man, and this is one of the many, many reasons I love BTS, because this is the message they've been spreading around for years. I wish I knew about them when I was going through the thick of this. I didn't know about them until last year. And so when I listened to the Love Yourself series, I was like, wow, that's what I've been going through for the past 3 or 4 years. And it's a message I want to pass on to you guys. It's another person, another mouth speaking this to you. Someone who isn't famous, someone who isn't selling out like stadiums all around the world. I'm an ordinary 24-year-old girl from Idaho who lives in Salt Lake, who's about to move to Korea. And I'm telling you, I'm imploring you, love yourself. As long as you love yourself, life is going to be wonderful. Through its ups and downs. Be patient with yourself. Learn more about yourself each and every day, just like you would like a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a lover, whatever. Please. I am imploring you. Love yourself. I hope you don't have to learn it the way I did. Don't learn that the hard way. I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned from this story. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!
My love's a mess, you want me to drag you in. See that you're messed up and that it's okay. You make me